Hey guys, welcome back to Wok Wednesdays. It's a Wokless Wednesday this week, and thank you Angus Chang for bringing me back to my childhood. We're making congee with condiments. Making congee is actually really easy. It's a traditional Hong Kong sort of market street dish. There are a few tricks to it. The first trick, I learnt this from my Auntie Carmen, is actually soaking your rice without washing in oil. About 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. Give that a good mix. And you want that sort of wrap around the rice. And then you want to soak it for a minimum of half hour to an hour. And what that does is the oil protects the rice from puffing up and exploding too quickly. So it's slow cooking rice in a lot of liquid. That's what makes a good congee. So you could soak this in the saucepan, or if you've got your stock ready, then go straight for it. It's kind of like a throw everything in a pot job. So once your rice has been soaked, that's most important. That's got the oil around the rice. That's going to go in with your stock. And then if you want some extra flavour, then some nice fine slices of ginger and some roughly chopped spring onion can go in there. Season that. A good bit of salt. Remember, this is there to replenish your sort of water if you're ill and things like that. So the salt helps to bring that out and bring all the goodness out of the jok or congee itself. So bring that to a high heat, let it come to a boil. When it's on a rolling boil, then down to a simmer on a low heat. And then it needs to cook for a long time. So you're talking around probably about an hour and a half of cooking. Interestingly, with congee, what happens is, if you haven't made it before, you might think that you're not actually doing anything. It just keeps looking like rice sort of rolling around some water. Suddenly it starts to burst and just becomes very thick very quickly. That takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and then you start to thicken it up. Now classically, congee can come out really quite sort of bright white, and that's because it's not usually cooked with chicken stock, but with a bit of chicken stock in there, especially homemade stuff, it makes it taste really great. So another thing to note, guys, is the amount of water to rice there is in congee. You're looking at probably 10 to 20 times the amount of water to rice. And that's for that sort of moisture to break down the starch. And that's what makes congee congee rather than steamed rice. Just turn that heat down so it doesn't overboil. So after that hour or so, the rice grains start to pop open or expand, and then it gets thicker and thicker and thicker as you allow it to evaporate. And you can see now that we've got this really quite congealed, thanks Emily, our wordsmith, sort of soupy, savoury porridge. And that is your congee. As simple as that. Now in breakfast places in Hong Kong, congee will come in all different ways. So you've got your base, sort of your white congee, and you'd have it with either yupin, so it's like fish fillets or pork fillet, preserved egg, whatever you want, you can ask for it. We've got some simple condiments to go with our congee here. So I've got some pickled ginger, some tianjing pickled vegetables, some dried shallots, spring onion, chili, and then if you want to, you can make a very simple sweetened soy. So about half hot water to light soy. And then a good bit of sugar, about a teaspoon or so. Your chili, just finely chopped. That's a bird eye chili there, so it won't go overboard. Give that a good stir. Just melt that sugar through. I've also got my Chinese donut here. And this you can actually make yourself. I've got a recipe in my book and I'll probably do a separate recipe video for this. But usually it's just sort of chopped into chunks so you can dip in to your congee from there. A little bit of preserved veg. This is quite salty stuff, this, so not too much. Spring onion and chilli. Pickled ginger. Fried shallots. You can get fried garlic as well. Sweetened soy sauce. My favourite part of congee. Dip in. Oh, feels like I've just flown 6,000 miles to Hong Kong. So simple. Reminds me of my childhood, but also it's just a really, really good base dish for breakfast, lunch or dinner. If you like this video and you want to learn more, subscribe to our channel. Is that rice, salt, pepper, stock? Yeah, okay, go.